Hi, so my name is Harsh Nar, and in this video I'm going to discuss about the most promising fintech company according to me, and that is Jupiter. Jupiter is basically a neobank, and moving forward with to understand more about Jupiter, we need to first understand what are neobanks. So this entire report is I have prepared on neobanks, which is a complete analysis, and it includes the following contents. You can pause the video over here and can have a glance over all these contents. Let's just quickly go through the various important parameters in order to keep this video very crisp. So first of all, let us understand what are neobanks. So first of all, these are digital only banks and they do not hold any physical branches. Number two, these are not recognized by Reserve Bank of India as of now. Now, most neobanks in India have collaborated with an Indian bank or an NBFC in order to enter into an Indian market. Now, thus, the role of neobanks is not just to digitize the banking system, it is beyond that. They are planning to offer an integrated suite of financial products to a customer and cater to the right form of customers from borrowing demand to their investing demand. So, they are catering to their demands as well, which includes the borrowing demand as well as the investing demand, that is investments in mutual funds, stock markets, etc. So, now let us understand the journey of neobanks over here. As you can see, from 2016, we can see neobankings have started to come up with the advent of Kotak 811, Yono by SBI, Jupiter, Open, Fee. So from 2016 was the period when neobanks started to gaining popularity in India. Thus, the key takeaways from the journey of neobanking in India is neobanking started gaining traction from year 2016, which coincides well with the launch of Reliance Jio, offering free internet across the country, which gave a big boost to the neobanking industry as their customers are those who have smartphones with an active internet connection. Now, banks at that time were launching their own applications to offer digital services to their customers, but were unable to capture the market because of involvement of legacy systems over here that were involved in the banking system. Now, this is where the neo-banking comes into the picture, where they collaborate with banks and BFCs for all their banking needs that needs to be provided to the customer, but the platform would ultimately be owned by that particular neo-bank. Now, moving on with traditional difference between a neo-bank and a traditional bank, you can quickly pause the video over here and you can see the major difference over here is that a neobank is associated with a traditional bank. So for a neobank, it is compulsory to be associated with a traditional bank or some kind of an NBFC. But a traditional bank is not bounded by any law that they should have a neobank under them. Now, we'll quickly, cover the various competitive landscape of Indian neobanks. That is the various competitors. At first, we have Frio, then we have FI Money, then we have Jupiter, InstaPay, FamPay, Neo, and Zigzug. Now, overall, all the neobanks in India do the same kind of work and they have the same business model. But the only thing that differs over here is Jupiter. Jupiter is a much more detailed and a granular neobank as compared to many others because they have this special features known as spend breakdowns, which will give you a breakup of your expenses. Then we have pots for savings, that is where here you will invest a small amount of money every month, every year, or every quarter, and accordingly that amount of money would be used for your future goals. Then we have analyzing your portfolio, that is you will put in your portfolio and it will analyze your entire portfolio. The portfolio could be invested in stocks or mutual funds. Now, we have rewards on spends as well, zero balance accounts and co-branded cards. So Jupiter, according to me, is one of the most promising startup in the fintech space and particularly in the neo-banking space. And the market over here is too large that not only a single player can enter, not only a single player can capture the entire market, we need multiple players to capture the entire market. And if we see, as of now, we have 50 lakh downloads of the Jupiter app on the Google Play Store and they have a rating of 4.2, which is very good according to me. Now, let us discuss about the key growth drivers of neobanks in India. Number one, we have the socio-economic factor, which means the growing formal employment, growing per capita income, and growing financial inclusion. Also, the technology infrastructure of India is improving, which will definitely give a boost to neobanks. Now, we have market factors as well. That is, a lot of venture capital inflows and private equity inflows are coming up in this particular sector, that is neobanks. Now, moving on with the global scenario, I think that is not much relevant as of now. Now, talking about if we see the market opportunity, neo-banking as of now in 2022 has a market size of $58 billion, which is expected to grow to $183 billion. That is almost 4x in 7 years. That is by 2030, it is expected to grow. It is expected to reach $183 billion. Now, moving on with the final thing over here, that is the key challenge key challenges in the neo-banking space. First one is lack of regulations is there. Number two, growing competition. As you can see, many neobanks are coming up in India. Number three, we have obsolete back-end banking infrastructure. And number four, growing competition in digital lending. So now, to conclude all this, I would say, after going through all key parameters, I believe we are poised for a massive growth in the neo-banking space. With financialization of savings, focus on digital India, the neo-banks have tremendous room for growth. However, some short-term headwinds in terms of unit economics and business model still persist, which would eventually find its way out. Thus, to conclude, neo-banking space should be on your radar. Also, according to me, as I said, my favorite startup in the fintech space is Jupiter, because it is doing an extremely good job of digitizing the legacy systems of banking and providing an interactive solution to the Gen Z people as well as to the young audiences. Thank you so much. This was my video submission for the fintech round. I know this video is extended to the time limit of 3 minutes, but I wanted to cover each and every point so that there is no such thing which is left unheard, or there is no such biasness that are involved. Thank you so much for watching this video.